Excitement can be felt in Las Vegas and across the globe.
The fight is here. The fight is going to happen.
After years of waiting, Mayweather and Pacquiao are speaking out about their upcoming battle in the ring.
It's the biggest fight in boxing history.
And Action News live team coverage is bringing you all the action from the fight of the century. The May 2nd fight is far off, but the hype is already here now. Both fighters are speaking out about this huge event.
Earlier today, the hype before the fight reached a crescendo during a red carpet event in Los Angeles. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather's promoters pulled out the stops for a news conference. That was at the Nokia Theater, and we're also going all out with team coverage. We begin with Action News reporter Brian Callahan live in L.A. with a look at all of the excitement surrounding today's event. Brian.
Yeah, the one way I can describe today's event is crazy. I mean, you can see there was a red carpet set up down this road behind me here earlier. You can already see the satellite trucks are packing up. That red carpet's gone. They're trying to get this set up for another event here tonight. The Nokia Theater is actually used for the Emmys every year, and that's really what today's festivities felt like, was a big showy event rather than your typical press conference for a boxing fight. And that's because Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather both came down that red carpet with 700 plus journalists trying to ask any question they could think of the two fighters while they were there. 3 hours is how long it took them to make it through that red carpet. That was before they took the stage for about an hour-long press conference up on there. So the pre-event was actually longer than the actual event. Mayweather was showy as usual. Pacquiao seemed a little more subdued, as is typical of him. I'm actually joined now by John Saraceno, and John worked as a columnist for USA Today, has also worked as a boxing analyst for ESPN. And you were here, obviously, for this event. You've been at big fights, but the important thing is you got to talk to Pacquiao one-on-one at his gym here in LA yesterday. What was his attitude like?
Brian, a very prideful fighter who's accomplished a lot in his career. And he does not like being regarded as an underdog. Right now in Las Vegas, he's basically slightly a 2-to-1 underdog. The odds have come down, but he doesn't like that. And he believes that's going to serve as motivation for what's going to be a grueling training camp.
It's a challenge for me because I'm underdog, and I think I have to prove that I'm not underdog.
You have to prove it to the world or to yourself? Or?
To myself that I'm not underdog, to the people.
Yesterday, I got a chance to watch Manny Pacquiao at the Wild Card Boxing Gym in Hollywood. We were treated to his work on the speed bag. We watched him shadow box in the ring very aggressively for a long time. Unfortunately, the best part of it would have been to watch him whack the hand mitts held by trainer Freddie Roach, because he's been giving Freddie Roach the fits on the mitts.
Change with Manny Pacquiao. Like people say he's not the best puncher in the world, really, but you know, he hits me with the mitts and stuff. And we got a chest protector, and he almost knocked me out yesterday with the hook. But you know, he gets a little excited and hits me and knocks the wind out of me. He can fire, he can still punch. But sometimes when he hurts people now, he doesn't try to finish them.
Obviously, talking to there about that finishing, that killer instinct there. There's a lot of kind of pride between these two. Do you think Pacquiao will have that trouble trying to knock out Mayweather when it comes to May 2nd?
Brian, he's got to have that kind of drive and desire. And Freddie Roach has been concerned about that because Manny, a born and bred Christian in recent years, Freddie believes that's taken a little edge off him in the ring, and he doesn't go for knockouts the way he used to. But they both realize if they have a chance to finish off Floyd Mayweather Jr., he has to stop him in this fight.
And another thing I heard from the fighters here on the red carpet, we had some issues getting those turned around with some equipment back home. We'll bring those to you at 6. But they talked about the legs. Both fighters said how important the legs will be. Why is that so important to these boxers?
Well, both fighters are getting up there in age, quite frankly. Floyd Mayweather is 38 and Manny Pacquiao is 36. And the first thing that goes on a fighter is his legs. And we've seen Mayweather use the ropes for rest periods. Pacquiao got knocked out 2 years ago. So both fighters have to be in tip-top condition because there's going to be a lot of movement in that ring.
And obviously, fight of the century. We're expecting big crowds. I think $1,500 low end on seats, $7,500 is the upper end on the MGM Grand Garden Arena seats. 15,000 or so people can fit in there. But you said earlier, those tickets aren't probably going to make it to the general public?
No, Bob Arum told me yesterday those tickets will never hit the general public market. They're being bought up rapidly by the casinos, by the television networks, the promotion buys it, the camps buy it. So unfortunately, the Super Bowl of boxing will be like the Super Bowl of football. Good luck trying to get a ticket if you're a regular fan.
Thank you, John. And as I said, we do have sound from both fighters on the red carpet. Equipment malfunction made it to where we couldn't use those this time. We're going to bring those to you at 6. But for now, reporting live in Los Angeles, Brian Callahan, Channel 13 Action News.
All right, thanks, Brian. We know this is a huge event for Las Vegas, so stay with Action News for complete coverage of the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. Coming up later on Action News Live at 6, we'll continue our team coverage and show you how the Valley is already feeling some of the effects ahead of the May 2nd bout.